Line shit. West side, east side, south side, north side, stand up. This for the city.
This for Atlanta, it's only one T and that shit, nigga tap it, we put you on grammar. Watch how I hit it like Ronald Okoye with all of my chain when you put me on camera. Raising the standard, we going for balance, you know, we still next to door like a camera. I feel like Michael Renner in the city, my pocket collapse, I'ma step up and scramble. Shot it too back, I'ma pick her up, roll. Call me Trey Young, how I get in my zone. Y'all think y'all lit, come and catch us at home. Drink if I get it, hold on, cause I'm taking it home, yeah. Put some respect on my city, we lit. Atlanta United, they love my kicks. And Dion, we here, we been up ever since. From bucket to violence and back to the bricks. We next to blow. Tune in and see how I ball, yeah. They wanna show. Turn on my city from summer to fall, yeah. Fuckin' we been as the ball. Fuckin' we been as the ball. Who got down there? We got next. We got next, yeah.
Patterson will fumble the last time he touched it. Cordero Patterson has a seam. Patterson splits it. Goodbye.
You are in the garden. You might as well take a bow.
You ready? We good? I was over here texting a fat bitch. Hey, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening, baby? This is episode 12, man. Episode 12 on the ticker, man. We is up right now. Atlanta, good afternoon. America, good evening. The world, good night. However Kanye and them folks said it. Fuck it, we're here. Episode 12, man. Been a long time since I seen y'all. Feel like forever, man. As always, I got to say, appreciate all my listeners. Hey, good news is on the way. Actually, keep it P. I got a sponsor on the way. You know what I'm saying? Deal is being finalized right now. Clap for that shit. You know what I'm saying? We about to, hey, man, shit is on the up and up, man. I will tell y'all this, man. For all the niggas who see me grinding and who be saying shit to me out in the streets, be hitting me with the talk to me and shit like that, I appreciate it, bro. Keep me going. And you, as long as you keep doing whatever the fuck you doing, you do that shit all out, bro, something good is going to happen, bro. I know a whole bunch of sorry-ass niggas that's doing great in life because all they did was keep going. Like, goddamn, just look at Dak Prescott. Just all you got to do is just keep going, and you'll eventually get good at what you're doing. So, with that being said, we got a lot to get into, man. First of all, start off on a sad note, bittersweet. It's so hard to say goodbye, you know what I'm saying, to yesterday, to a great run. We won 29 straight. We won 29 straight. So before you get to feeling sad, you know what I'm saying, we did. It's nothing, you don't even got to give the fake applause, DJ. We don't need it no more, you know what I'm saying? We don't need it. We need tears for this one, man. Georgia went down to Bama over the weekend. And that was just the first loss for Georgia. They actually took 2 losses. So they took a loss to Bama. Then the committee decided to put them 6th. So they're out of the playoffs. They're out of the 14 playoffs. And it was a great run. It was a great run. Kirby, you had a hell of a run. We already knew it was a high mountain to climb. To win 3 straight national championships, that's unheard of. Unprecedented, unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Jesus turning water into wine. Shit you just don't see. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to them on the run. I know a lot of people feel down right now from Athens all the way to Atlanta, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, you know, it's like it's different with Georgia sports, man. It's just like the Falcons, with the Braves, with the Hawks. Anything we do, you know, at some point it could come to a ceremonious end. And we hate that it had to come to the hands of Nick Saban in Alabama, but boy, I will say, that nigga Milroe, quarterback for goddamn Alabama, this motherfucker can play. And I don't know if he just found out how to play, because I haven't seen this game from him all season. I know they lost to Texas in the beginning of the season. I was hoping that they lost the week before they played Georgia. Yeah, so they had so many close calls to where they should have been out. They should have already had their second loss. We were supposed to hand it to them, but at the end of the day, we didn't handle business. But They played a hell of a game, and we played. Not only did we play timid, I felt like our first of all, our defense didn't play well enough to win, but our defense hasn't played well enough to win all season. This isn't the same defense that Kirby's had over the last 2 years. It's evident. And actually, Kirby has rarely had to rely on his offense in these past 2 championships. Even in the first championship we got with Ringo getting the pick, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was a back and forth game. Defense came through at the end. We played TCU. Yeah, the offense scored a lot of points, but the defense was fucking TCU up. So those are our 2 championships, and we come down and we try to get back to it, and we just don't have the weapons on the defensive end. Not only do we not have the weapons on the defensive end, but we also had a lot of injuries on the offensive end, some key injuries. Our running back, what's his name, McKinney or whatever his name is, the little fast white boy, that nigga is going pro as long as he can get some new ankles. And the best tight end in college football maybe ever, you know what I'm saying, Brock Bowers was also injured. You know what I'm saying? So we were dealing with some stuff that we just couldn't overcome. I personally think Carson Beck should be in Heisman talks. I know he's not, but I feel like next year if he comes back, which he probably will, he'll be sitting at that table. Georgia, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? It's not over. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I know we didn't win this year, but Nick Saban's dynasty wasn't built on 3 straight. It was built on a 10-year span of 5 or 6 championships. You did what I'm saying? So it's not over. Georgia, we will be back. We will be, don't worry about it. We will. They got us this year. Big Bro got us, you know what I'm saying? But we done got Big Bro the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it was time. But at the same time, I know Georgia was ready to say that Bama was out. Them niggas never out, bro. Them niggas, as long as you willing to spend that money, their endowment is like $1 billion, like on the football team. Like, as long as you're willing to spend that money, you're going to be involved. You're going to be involved. So, you know what I'm saying? Georgia's going to be here next year, bro. That's all I can say about the situation. I know I want to touch on it a little bit. I know people were sad about Florida State not making it into the playoffs. It's the first team to ever win a top 5 power conference, go undefeated, and not make the goddamn playoffs. But at the same time, I personally understood where the committee was coming from. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You can feel how you want to feel about it. Their decision was made. They're saying the fact that Jalen Daniels was hurt, you know what I'm saying, the playoffs is not Jalen Daniels. Oh, excuse me. They said the fact that their quarterback was hurt, that, you know what I'm saying, they can't go because it's not the same team that it was when they was winning all these games. Now, personally, I'm not feeling bad for Florida State for coming in number 5 because I don't see how they're supposed to be there. Now, this is my only thing. If I'm sitting in the room where they make the committee room, I'm putting Georgia still with 1 loss to a number 8. Georgia is at worst at number 4. You take a team that's won 29 straight and kick them from 1 to 6. Can you definitively tell me that on paper right now, goddamn, Texas is better than Georgia? I can't say that. I just can't go for it. Can you defend? Now, Bama, you got to debate. But I would guarantee the country would rather see a rematch of goddamn Bama and Georgia than a rematch of Texas and Bama. And Bama lost the first time. Who gives a fuck? Niggas want to see that Georgia, Bama, the way the SEC is set up, and they had to save face. I do want people to understand. At the end of the day, I know emotions are involved at home and things of that nature. At the end of the day, it's all a money grab. It's all a money grab. So nigga, if you put in Florida State with no quarterback, with, you know what I'm saying, arguably the greatest quarterback in college history, the season he had, better than Joe Burrow's season, the ratings go down. Nobody wants to see Florida State with their third string quarterback come in there and play goddamn Bama or whoever or Texas or Michigan. Nobody want to see that shit. So it is what it is. And nobody wants to see shout out to Washington, first of all. That's the other team that's in the Final Four of the football. Man, I'm excited. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it just because I like good quarterback play, and I feel like it's 2 dogs in there at quarterback. I definitely want to see Michael Penix, and I definitely want to see what else Milroe has to offer. But I'm also excited when this season ends and see all these quarterbacks coming out in the draft because I do want to see what that does for my birds. You got Daniels, you got goddamn Penix. Is rumblings about Bo Nix going back to college. I'm not really sure. We'll find out as we get closer to the draft. But you got Bo Nix. It's so many quarterbacks that's coming out. I'm excited for that reason alone, just to see what my birds do. But yeah, man, it puts a wrap on Georgia football for the season. So until next season, man, go Dogs, man. That wraps up that segment for a year. Sheesh, man. It was a hell of a run, bro. It was a hell of a run. I'm not even used to talking about a dog's loss on this podcast. They haven't lost a game since I started doing the podcast. If that even sounds like it can register in your head, the dogs have been winning since I started dreaming. So that's where we are right now. These are unprecedented. It's some kids that's sophomores and freshmen, never seen these dogs lose. Not while they was in school. So it's uncharted territory, but like I say, man, we will be back. Shout out to the dogs that's returning next year. Carson Beck, if you come back, I do want to see you in Heisman as a Heisman finalist. So there's that on that. Moving on to grown man football. Because the real niggas is on a 2-game winning streak. I don't know what the fuck you heard. I don't care who we beat. I don't want to talk about that. All I want you to do is talk to me because these birds is on a 2-gamer. We come off the Saints. We whoop Saints. We stick foot in ass over there. We go up the Jets in the rain. We stick foot in ass over there. And shout out to Tim Boyle. You know, I came on here last week. I was with Throw It Off One. Shout out to him coming on the show, whatever. And we talked about, us going to play the Jets. And he was saying it was going to be a blowout. And I knew it wasn't because of how good the Jets defense is. I also knew how sorry their QB is, man, and I just want people to be thankful for what they have in this world, man. You always got to appreciate what you have because it always could be worse. Like Falcons fans, we wake up every day and we complain about our quarterback play and our goddamn coaching and our backup quarterback and how we don't get a pass rush. Man, nigga, we could have Zach Wilson as quarterback. We could have Zach Wilson, nigga. We could have Trevor Siemian as quarterback. We could have Tim Boyle as quarterback, nigga. Boyle was so bad, nigga. Imagine you play the Falcons and that was the game where your job was on the line and we the ones that got you fired, nigga. How do you explain that at home, nigga? Babe, I lost my job. Who, babe? Which defense was it this week? The Eagles? No. San Francisco? No. The Falcons. What? Nigga, you can't fuck that night. Nigga, you just lost to us. You're horrible, boy. And I always tell people, bro, because niggas always be like, bro, you talk about these players like you could do it, they do. I could throw 2 picks. I bet I could throw 2 picks. You want to see me throw? We can stop this podcast right now. Go get some grass, DJ, and a football, and watch me throw 2 picks in this bitch. I can throw these picks like these niggas. Don't think these niggas is exceptional? Man, come on, man. Shout out to Gatorade. If y'all want to sponsor a nigga, man, I'm right here. But hell yeah. So we go up there. We beat the Jets. It wasn't convincing. It wasn't always pretty. One thing I will say, can't be mad at Dez. Dez threw no picks. Dez had no fumbles. He had a pick. Now, I will say he had a pick, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he knew that play was a penalty on the defense, so he just gave his mans a chance, and Kyle Pitts didn't even want to take the chance. So that play didn't count. We had on the first play of the drive, y'all know it was terrible conditions up there. Wind chill of it was like 10 degrees, wind chill 10 degrees. The wind was blowing like 40 miles an hour during the game and shit like that. So we did fumble on the first play of the game, but he got right back on it. So no forced fumbles and no fumbles lost. No picks lost. So no turnovers. We won the turnover battle. Even Cordell had one where he had to toss it out of bounds. But we won the turnover battle. And that's big, man. And that's what I keep telling people about this defense, which makes us, seriously, this makes you a playoff team. Certain things only ride in the playoffs. Defense wins in the playoffs. Running wins in the playoffs. You see a lot of teams go into these playoffs with these high-powered offenses like Miami or Buffalo or Cincinnati, and they go in there and they're scoring 40, 50 points in the regular season, and they can't get a lick off in the goddamn playoffs because, one, it's cold. Niggas ain't trying to throw passes in that wind blowing on that ball, and niggas ain't trying to get them brittle hands. Wide receivers are soft. For me, they're soft. They ain't as hard as them running backs taking hits every time. So, nigga, the running game becomes extremely important in the playoffs. And we have a top 5 running offense, and we have a top 5 defense. That translates into the playoffs. So as we get closer to the playoff picture, I just want y'all to start watching how it's shaking up. Because it's looking like, and I said this last week, it's looking, and I'm hoping for this because I feel like we got a matchup on our hands. We're a bad matchup for a lot of teams. It's looking like we're gonna have to see them Cowboys in that first round. We win our division. We went out. Let's just give the scenario. We went out. Who wins the NFC North? You get Detroit, so they get a seed. They'll have the 2 seed. You'll have the Eagles with the 1 seed, and who the fuck is over there? And It's the NFC West, I want to say. Who the fuck is over there? It don't even matter because no, it's not Seattle. It's not the Cardinals. It's not the Rams. It's one more team over there. Then that's the one that's leading the division too. If I'm not Seattle, Cardinal, Rams. Who else is in that division? NFC West. Hold up. I got time. Apple, while I'm doing this, I be telling y'all I need, you know what I'm saying, I need a laptop so I can, you know what I'm saying, take care of this shit. I don't want to have to. Oh, yeah, I said them. All right, so you go Detroit at the top. I mean, you go NFC East will be number 1 seed will be the Eagles. Number 2 will be Detroit or San Francisco. San Francisco is the one from NFC West. Detroit's from NFC North. Either way, Falcons gonna be 4th at NFC South. We got a game coming up this weekend against another divisional opponent. We'll get into that later. Whoop the whoop. But if we go in there 4th, then the top 2 wild card spots. So like the wild card is jumbled up right now. You got the Rams fighting for that 7th spot. You got the Seahawks fighting for that 7th spot. But what's pretty, you got Vikings, they're kind of in there. They're on that bubble. Believe it or not, the Falcons are actually on the bubble too. We all at like 6-6, shit like that. But the Cowboys are pretty locked in for that 6th spot, or that 5th spot, excuse me, that 5th spot. And that 5th seed is because even though they have a good record, like I say, if you don't know what's going on, the Cowboys are number 2 in the NFC East. So they'll probably be the top wild card spot, and they'll play the worst NFC division leader, and that'll be us. But it'll be a home game for us. And if the Cowboys come to Atlanta, one thing I hate worse is probably two things I hate worse than a Cowboys fan is a Saints fan, Tom Brady, and then the Cowboys. Those are the three things I hate the most when it comes to National Football League. So if we see the Cowboys, fellas, we got to come to play, and we know they're gonna come to play. They still without Trevor Diggs, Stephon little brother, who's a pick machine. But shit, it's just like they just got 100 pick machines on their roster because they got this new dude, Bland, the nigga who's like the 5th round pick or some shit, went to 2 JUCOs. Like he went to 2 JUCOs to add up to 1 university, and now this nigga is just picking everything. But I did see niggas lick they chops when it's 1-on-1. When he really got to line up against a real nigga, he get burned a lot, which is the same thing as Diggs. So I am looking forward to that matchup. But shout out to him. He's definitely it's quite possible that he could win Defensive Player of the Year. Bland is who I'm referring to for the Cowboys defensive back. It's quite possible. He's up there in contention. I would say the top 3 right now. You can go him, Myles Garrett, and some kind of way you got to throw our boy Jesse Bates into the mix. The games that he's having right now, he had another pick Sunday against Seattle. The games that he's having right now are just game changing. He had two forced turnovers last week. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. It's getting down to the nitty gritty, man. I do want to know. Because I've realized, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of mixed opinions out there. And I'm going to give my opinion. But I do want to know from my audience, from the people who listen to me, who do y'all think is the MVP of the NFL this season, man? Because it's a lot of great performances happening right now. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to saying I'm a hater. It's some niggas I just don't fuck with, but I do always recognize real. So some of these niggas I got on my list, even though I'm not a fan of them, I can't deny a great season. Dak Prescott has to be on somebody's list for MVP, and it's not because of how off he's going. Like he is going off, and I know people have hesitancy on him for not playing any good teams yet. And he does have a big test coming up this weekend against the Eagles. That will be a big game, and that'll be a big determiner on if he does win MVP or how the voters look at him and things of that nature. But I just want to say, real recognize real, man. He came into this season, in the offseason, he said, I'm not throwing over 10 picks. And the nigga is standing on business. Like, I can't be mad at a nigga who said, I'm going to, he knows what's wrong. The whole country knows what's wrong, and he adjusted it. Now, I don't know whether it be because he's playing weaker defenses or because it's a mindset change or something like that. That'll be determined in the playoffs. But as of right now, Dak is in the top 3 for for MVP. That's just what it is. Another guy that's in the MVP discussion, and he's just like Dak has some discrepancies, or Dak has some people who have doubters. This next guy, he has the same amount of doubters because of the system he's in, and because they say he's a nickel and dime quarterback, and he only has to throw screen balls, and the wide receivers and the running backs do the rest. Is what it is. Brock Purdy has to be in somebody's MVP talk. It is what it is. It is. I'm not a Brock. I feel like personally, it's more so Kyle Shanahan, and Falcons fans, you know what the deal be with Shanahan. You know what he does with quarterbacks. He's the quarterback whisperer. Before Shanahan, Matt Ryan was just Matt. And he became Matty Ice with Shanahan. He was an NFL MVP with Shanahan. So Kyle Shanahan does make QBs into MVPs. And it does help when you have Debo out there, and Brandon Ayuk out there, and Christian McCaffrey out there, and Kittle. Yeah, it does help. Kittle, whatever his name, George Kittle. It does help when you have those type of players on your roster. But shit, when they gave Matt Ryan MVP, they didn't look around and say, well, he got Julio and Mohamed Sanu and Taylor Gabriel and Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. They didn't say none of that shit. All they said was that quarterback of that team that's scoring 40 every weekend is the MVP of the league. Brock Purdy is in there. That is what it is. Shout out to my DJ. He got me playing. He got my old shit playing on his new shit. You gonna get it right, DJ? We'll wait on you. You fixed over there? My DJ, y'all give it up for DJ. Do what the fuck he feel like. He just play old podcast. This nigga over here watching Cameron podcast while I'm on. This nigga don't give a fuck. That is the back after that. But this last guy, and this is my vote for the MVP. I done gave a couple days. I know y'all see that shit. They got that shit off. But last guy, and this is my MVP, well on his way to a 2,000-yard season. Doesn't care who throws it to him. His quarterback is actually one of the most unhealthiest quarterbacks in the league. A sneeze will kill this nigga. Shout out to Tyreek Hill, Mr. about to get 2,000 yards, Mr. Best touchdown celebrations, Mr. Backflip, Mr. Cheetah, Mr. Peace sign on the way to the end zone. This nigga is different. And you want to know how different he is from the rest of the wide receivers in the league? Ask Patrick Mahomes, does he miss the nigga? That's all you got to do. Go look at what the fuck Patrick out there throwing it to right now with Kadarius Toney and Rashir Rice and fucking Kelsey whenever Taylor Swift show up to the game. Go look at that and compare that productivity to fucking Tyreek Hill. This shit is night and day. Tyreek could catch the ball right here, right where I'm standing, and still score in Miami. This nigga is fast as fuck, bro. Like, it's lightning in a bottle. He is the most exciting, I would say right now, this year, specifically this year alone. I know Lamar's had some great seasons. Jamar's had some great seasons. Patty's had some great seasons. Jetta has had some great seasons. Get well soon, Justin Jefferson. This year, right now alone, Tyreek Hill is the most exciting nigga in the NFL. What? You got somebody else, you let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm not seeing it. Tyreek, you go for 2,000. Nigga, I play Madden. It's hard to get 2,000 yards in the season, nigga. It's hard. I don't care who you playing. This nigga's playing grown-ass men who are coming in to stop him. It's hard to get 2,000 yards in the season. This just is what it is. You call a spade, nigga. The nigga is catching the ball on a 5-yard slant and taking it to the hizzy. It's just, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And it does help that Jalen Waddle's on the other side taking pressure off of him, but God fucking damn it. Put the whole team on this nigga at this point. He's running away from everybody. What they be saying on Madden, he's got breakaway from the cop speed, which is one of the most racist things Madden has ever put on a video game. I don't know if anybody ever remember when they was putting that shit. They used to say little shit like if you break a run or something like that. Madden really had that bitch saying, he's got breakaway from the cop speed. I loved it because I knew I was about to score if they said it, but in hindsight, like, nigga, Madden, that was kind of racist. But that's neither here nor there, man. Those are my three. If you got somebody else, please enlighten me. Man, it's coming down to the nitty-gritty of it, man. We got a big game coming up this weekend. Like I say, we got a division rival again. We just beat the Bucks. I want to say 3-4 weeks ago. It was the game where Desmond Ridder threw. He actually didn't throw any picks that game. He had 3 fumbles, 2 in the red zone. So it's a big game to see how much he's improved since then. Because since then he's gotten benched and came back and won 2 games straight. So It could be a different Desmond Ritter, man. I'm excited to see it. The game is at the Dome. I will be there if you see me. You know what I'm saying? You know my slogan, say talk to me, and we'll go from there. I wanted to do some picks on this game. I know they Prize Picks was telling me to do some picks, and maybe we could work some shit out. I don't want to lose any money this weekend, so I'm going to just chill. Yeah, but I will next week. I can't do it. It's Christmas time. I can't spare it right now. I've given Prize Picks so much money. I own one of the P's in Prize Picks. It's no way I don't. All the money I've donated this season. So I will make some picks. Y'all can or cannot take my advice, but just know I'm not putting no money down on these. I do hope they hit, but it just won't be off my card because I just can't right now. It's tight. It's tight right now. You dig what it's tight. It's tight. I keep betting on these niggas, and these niggas not performing. I only bet on the Falcons anyway. I only bet on the Falcons and Hawks. So I feel like them the niggas I know the most, unless I'm betting on like LeBron or the Stars or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? So my picks are, this is the most guaranteed pick I can tell you right here. If you want a guaranteed pick for me, take the under on Kyle Pitts. That's all you got to do, nigga. Put your bottom dollar on that. Because I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying it's the quarterback's fault. I'm not saying it's the coach's fault. What I do know, in the 12 games that I bet him to get the over this year, he has lost every single time. So bet that. Take that to the bank. Take that to the bank. Kyle Pitts will have I don't care if it's 10. He'll have 9. He'll figure out a way to get 9. And it's not his fault. I'm not pointing no fingers at nobody. They can point it at themselves while he's not catching passes. But take the under on that one. That's my guarantee for Prize Picks. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever else you bet with on that stuff, on that whoop-de-whoop. But moving on, man. I'm about to light up a blunt on this. Let me get a sip. Let me get a sip of my Gatorade, man, because it's getting good. It's getting good, man. Times is getting good. Sports is getting good right now, baby. Sports is getting good. DJ, you been paying attention to the in-season tournament? You like it? Yeah. You weren't fucking with it 2-3 weeks ago. And then that shit exciting as fuck. It's nice. It's nice. Them niggas playing for something. I want you to, it's a clip I want you to play. They asked Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram what they was gonna do if they win the $500,000. And that nigga, the giggle on Zion Williamson's face, cause he know how much strippers cost, and he know how many he could buy with $500,000. He was just doing. I saw the numbers, and he looked like Rain Man up there, like. But that's 12 strippers. That's 12 porn stars. I can get anybody. And I don't know. When I get my $500,000, I'm probably gonna fuck a porn star too. But that's neither here nor there. I just saw that. I just see why Zion's healthy right now, nigga. He need them legs. Cause my boy out here fucking hoes. But shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? If you don't find it, you don't find it. I mash it in with this shit or whatever. But it's cool. It's just exciting to see these guys going so hard. We're in the semifinals tonight. We're in the semifinals. We got it's the Bucks versus Indiana, and it's the Lakers versus the Pelicans. Yeah, Lakers versus the Pelicans. Who do I have winning it all? I feel like the Bucks could win it all. Everything. And you know, I came on in the beginning before NBA started, and I told y'all my predictions was to win the championship, Bucks or Celtics. I still don't know. But the Bucks, man, this Bucks team is so real, bro. This Bucks team is so real. Like, nigga, I know niggas is like their defense is suffering without Drew. But, nigga, my motto was always, nigga, my offense is my defense, nigga. Nigga, if they can't stop you, they can't win. And these niggas is out here scoring at 150 a game. You can't stop 150. Can't stop 150, nigga. You got Giannis out here scoring 30, 10, and 10. Shout out to Slapwoods. Yeah, sponsor. Shout out to Slapwood. You can't stop. Giannis got here 30, 10, and 10. You got Dame out here scoring 28 and 8. It's a lot. And I like this setup more than their big three when they had Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, because Giannis really had to be Superman and Batman and then have two Robins. Chris Middleton isn't the same player from when they went on their championship run, whether it be the injury or whether it be to him just not being able to find his spot with the Bucks right now because Dame is taking, That's exactly what I'm talking about. Watch his face. Look at him. Yeah, that nigga know he about to fuck. Hey, y'all, this is the look. When Zion found out he get $500,000, when he's thinking right here, he's currently thinking about which porn star he's about to text next. Like, just watch the grid. They're asking the question now. Brandon Ingram looks at Zion. What you gonna do? Like, I already know what you gonna do. That nigga Brandon was like, I already know what your freaky ass gonna do. Big boy can't wait to get to Vegas and fuck some. I ain't mad at the nigga. The nigga is 23 years old. What would you do? Bro, niggas always mad at these young niggas, bro. They be like, how y'all be doing this with these hoes? What would you do at 23 with 200 M's, nigga? What would you do? How would you show out? You want these niggas to show so much fucking responsibility, nigga? Don't talk about it until you've had it, nigga. I've been broke and I've had $20,000. And I'm telling you, the bitches I talked to when I was broke and the bitches I talked to with $20,000 is two different bitches. I swear to God. The bitches that I was talking to when I was broke can't even talk to me when I have $20,000. Bitch, who are you? Ew, you broke bitch. Get the fuck away from me. I got money now. As soon as I get back broke, I'm going back to her broke ass. Unless she got $20,000, then she ain't gonna wanna talk to me. Money puts you in a different class, bro. Let that man do what he wanna do, bro. Let that man do it. Niggas up here mad at Magic because he got HIV and shit. Nigga, you don't know what kind of HIV that nigga got. He ain't got the regular HIV that's in the hood. He got $100 million HIV, nigga. That's a different HIV. It may feel better. I don't know. I don't have $100 million HIV. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let these young niggas live their life, bro. So Zion, fuck who you want to fuck if you win that goddamn championship, boy. Do you, bro? Celebrate, bro. Don't listen to these critics, bro. They can't even afford to get your number, bro. Live your fucking life, bro. Man, judge who? Judge who? Let this podcast take off. And I put my shit won't even be on YouTube, nigga. It'd be on some shit you gotta pay for. Like, you gotta pay $8.99 subscribe. Let it, all right. I show a nigga how to act with $20 million, and I'll be right on Shade Room throwing up middle fingers like Pac when he going to jail. I don't give a fuck what y'all think, nigga. Yeah, I fucked that bitch and let her have my kid, and I'm not gonna talk to her, and I'm gonna take care of my kid, and I'm about to get another relationship next week. Give a fuck. The fuck, man, y'all got me fucked up, boy. Yeah, I do coke. Nigga, I got 200 million. What the fuck else I gotta do? The fuck? Yeah, I'm on shrooms, nigga. I got 200 million. Take me to the build a hospital in my backyard for just me. The fuck? Yeah, y'all tripping, man. So shout out to the Pelicans. That game is tonight. Back to regular basketball. And the East, I like, first of all, I like the Lakers to win that game just because LeBron is still on the tear right now. Man, just to see the shit that this nigga is doing at age 39, saying that he still wants to play with his son. I'm telling you. And I saw Bryce play last night with Sierra Canton. Bryce is, no disrespect to Bronny, Bryce is that one. And so LeBron really may have been talking about Bryce when he said he was going to wait till his son get in the league, because Bronny may not go. But but nah, man, it's just crazy to see Bron still out here having 35-point games, 10 assists, 5 steals, 5 rebounds in the same game. And, you know, shout out to my man's RIP the GOAT. But, you know, he never did that in the Lakers jersey. So to see LeBron doing that at age 39, sickening. I do think they'll win this game just because they're finding the rhythm right now. And the Lakers get up for shit like this, like an in-season tournament, because they know they're not winning no real championship. And LeBron will be that lame-ass nigga that be like, well, I got 4 in-season championships and 4 MVP. Like, come on, bro. Shut up with that lame shit. But anyway, he's still a GOAT. He is what he is. It is what it is. Call a spade a spade. LeBron is a GOAT, and it's beautiful to see. And I personally, as much of a hater of LeBron as I am, I would love to see how long this run can last. To the East, like I say, you got Milwaukee playing the Pacers. This game is a little different because, nigga, like I say, the Bucks don't play no D and the Pacers don't play no D. And I said, nigga, you got to score 150 to beat the Bucks. The Pacers can score 150, people. And, man, this nigga is having a breakout season. Tyrese Halliburton, shout out to him. It was a debate online talking about him getting traded to is this live? No. It's not live? No, it's not live. Oh, okay. I was about to say, nigga, I'll leave if the game already. You got 20 minutes left. Now, so it was a debate online talking about first debate was it had 4 people. You know, it always gives 4 people, one got to go. It had Anthony Edwards, it had Trae Young, it had Tyrese Halliburton, and it had De'Aaron Fox. And niggas was automatically like, Tyrese got to go. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm not saying he's not the worst. I'm just saying we got to think about this a little bit. And I know the argument always, see, first of all, let me go on and take Trae out because y'all know Trae stays on any list I got because Trae is godly and he's just in a fucked up situation in Atlanta. And we'll speak on that later on. They only get, from now on, let me say this before I get into the whole Halliburton thing. From now on, the Hawks only get 3 to 4 minutes on my show until they get back over 500. That's just what that, I cannot keep dedicating time to these. It's like a teacher who has 20 kids in her class and 5 want to learn. I cannot keep dealing with these badass 15 kids when I got these 5 who could possibly go to college. So fuck them 15 kids, which represents my sorry-ass Hawks who are currently 9-11 and just got beat to the sorry-ass Nets last night on a Mikal Bridges shot defended by DeAndre Hunter, who's supposed to be our best defensive player. God damn it, we suck. Anyway. So Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, and the argument stems from De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton were on the same team in Sacramento, and they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton, and people thought it was the wrong idea. People are thinking it's the wrong idea now, and it's easy to say that in hindsight. And I'm personally under the belief, this is my personal opinion, is if I had to choose between one or the other, I am always going to choose the player who can shoot over the player who's more athletic because athleticism tends to wear out quicker than shooting. So if you got a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, you don't see him dunking on a lot of people. You don't see him being the fastest guy up the court. He's not a blur or anything like that. His scoring and his playmaking is based on straight skill. And skill lasts longer than athleticism, except unless your name is LeBron James. So in this case, and another reason I take, personally, just me, why I would take Tyrese Halliburton over De'Aaron Fox is because I like shooters. Tyrese Halliburton is on his 3rd consecutive season of shooting plus 40% from the three-point line. De'Aaron Fox will die before he shoots 40% from the three-point line. Another reason I'm going to take Tyrese Halliburton over De'Aaron Fox is because Tyrese Halliburton, not only will he give you 25 points, the brother is averaging 10 assists. I can't stop no nigga who's getting a double-double. So not only am I donated, so when I show up, just check in my 25 points. If I'm at the game, put 25 points on the board. Then I'm gonna come in and get 10 assists. You can't knock that. That's a lot. That's another 20. If that's another 20, if no threes. If it's no threes. That's another. So I'm coming in 45 off the top. You ain't got to account for 45. That's a lot. That's why my choice. But and my theory is not saying people can disagree because I can be wrong. I'm more of a old school Phoenix Suns type where running guns, shooting 7 seconds type shit. I like a lot of points. People's argument to combat mine, I will present the other argument. De'Aaron Fox does play defense. So the 45 points that he's not giving to the team is the 45 that he's stopping the other team from getting. I do understand that. I respect that. I'm just saying his defense, which is also a lot like his offense, is based on his athleticism. And I've seen it come too many times where a guy who is just like De'Aaron Fox loses their athleticism and then they're not the same player. You can go from Derrick Rose to fucking John Wall to fucking Russell Westbrook. And you can name these players, Baron Davis. I can go all down the list. Steve Francis of explosive point guards who once they lost a step, their game changed. And Tyrese Halliburton, niggas who shoot from half games is built to last. You look at the players who's good right now, Russell Westbrook is really struggling right now to fit in anywhere in the league. This is probably his 4th or 5th. I can count it out. Houston, the Wizards. He didn't go to Charlotte. The Lakers, the Clippers. He's on his 4th team since he's left OKC. You know what I'm saying? And it's because he's lost a step. Now, Russell Westbrook will go down as one of the greatest point guards ever, but the people who are watching basketball today will remember these dark years. And these dark years, he's younger. Russ is like 33. Him and Steph are around the same age. Does it look like Steph is slowing down any? You know why? Because Steph can shoot, and shooters last. Shooters always last, bro. So that's my take on it. I would love to know what you think in the comments. Tell me, man, who do y'all have right now today? If you were building a franchise and there's 2 players that you could pick, if you could pick between De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, who are you picking? Let me know in the comments, man, because I would love to hear y'all opinions. Back to these sorry fuck nigga Hawks. You know the main thing that hurt the Hawks? And this is, I can't even get on these niggas like this because this is actually one of my predictions for the beginning of the season. He just got hurt, man. Jalen Johnson was a big part of this team. And when Jalen Johnson went down, man, that's a lot of defense, and that's about 15 points and about 4 assists and 4 rebounds that we are missing out on. We can't pick up the slack from anywhere else. Trey is doing all he can. Trey is giving 27 and 10. He's giving everything. DeJounte, he hasn't found his rhythm yet. He's coming along on the season, but, you know, it's an 82-game season. DeAndre Hunter is just not filled out to what we thought he was going to be. And it seems like Atlanta is good on wasting fourth overall picks. Kyle Pitts was a 4th overall pick. DeAndre Hunter was a 4th overall pick. We got 2 4th overall picks in the city that are bust. We got to stay away from the number 4. The only nigga who can have the number 4 is Lil Baby. Everybody else, you can't have it. You can't have it. We can't pick 4 no more because obviously we don't know what to do with that pick, man. The Hawks are in a bad spot. If we do make the play-in, it'll be 8th or 9th seed. And if we win and get into the playoffs, we will go home first round. I don't give a fuck who we play unless some drastic changes happen. But from what I'm saying right now, you can mark my words. You can goddamn come back and show me, you know what I'm saying, where I said this and I was wrong. Trust me, people, I love to be wrong about my Hawks and my Falcons and my Braves and my Dogs. I love to be wrong about them. I'm just usually not. I'm usually spot on with these niggas. It's not hard to be right about these. 9-11 is what it is. We 20 games in. These niggas pretty much are, barring a major trade, and I ain't talking about no Patty Mills or no Wes Matthews or no Rudy Gay, barring a major trade, the Hawks are who they are. Y'all can go get whatever coach you want. You can go get Nate McMillan back. You can go get Phil. I don't give a fuck. You can have all 3 of them niggas at Krzyzewski. Get whoever the fuck you want to coach. This group of guys are who they're going to be. So they didn't even have aspirations of winning the $500,000. They already knew what it was. But yeah, man, it's getting good times in basketball and things of that nature, man. You know, another thing I want to talk about before I get out of here, and I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think in the comments? Just let me know. Is the West still as strong as it was? Which one is the stronger conference right now, the East or the West? I've gotten a lot of debates right now, and it's a lot. And I know the East is top-heavy. That's my argument. I'm saying right now it's shifting toward the East, especially with Dame taking that trip over. It's making a shift. You got Philly, you got Celtics, you got Bucks, you got Miami. Then you step it off a little bit, and then you go New York, Indiana, and Cleveland. That's your top 7. That's a strong fucking 7. And I know niggas come with the argument. So who do you have in the West? You go Denver at the top. You go Phoenix. And I just feel like it's a drastic fall off. The best team right now, record-wise, the best team in the league is Minnesota. I don't know if y'all knew this. They're 16-4. So and I would take all 4 teams I named in the East over Minnesota. That's me. I know another team that's coming on in the East is Orlando. And I don't know where they would fit. They're a surprise team. I will say that. They're a surprise team. But so are the Minnesota. And you also have a lot of surprise situations going on in the West. Like the Lakers still find out how to get it together. The Warriors, definitely, they're not even a surprise. They're just old as fuck. They're not meant to be good right now. Klay Thompson ain't been Klay Thompson since the last Game 6 he played. And I hate to see it because I love Klay as a shooter, but he's just not the same guy right now. Draymond, if he's not punching people, he's just not Draymond right now. So they're in a pickle. Who else is over there? The Clippers are still struggling to get it together. The Clippers, they have so much talent that they don't know what to do. P.J. Tucker ain't scored in 9 games, and he said there's not enough balls in the world for this team to work. I feel like it is if they take you off the court, but it's just my personal opinion. But I know that you need it for your defense, and you got to wear, because if you're not on the court, then who gonna have on the fresh shoes? So you're needed for that reason, I guess. But the Clippers are still trying to get it together. The Mavs, the Kings. I feel like the Kings are just. I don't want to say they're a piece away. I just feel like their best player won't be the best player on the court when it comes to the playoffs. And I feel like when it comes to in the NFL, you don't have to have the best player on the field. In the NBA, you need the best player on the court to be on your team. If you got the best player on the court, you have a chance. And I just don't see a series where, because who's their best player? De'Aaron Fox? I don't see a series where De'Aaron Fox is the best player on the court, no matter who they match up with in the West. No matter if you go from the Clippers to Phoenix to Denver to LA to the Warriors, it's not too many matchups. With Anthony Edwards, it's not too many matchups where De'Aaron Fox is the best player on the court. That holds you back. If you don't have that, you're gonna have. That means you have to play mistake-free basketball to win. I've only seen it in my lifetime. I've only seen it once, maybe twice, depending on who you think was the best player. I know the Lakers had the two best players on the court when they lost to Detroit. They had Shaq and Kobe, but the Detroit played flawless basketball, and they got them a championship. The next time would be, it's debatable that LeBron was the best player on the court when he lost to the Spurs, but you know what I'm saying, depending on who he is, because a lot of niggas got Tim Duncan in their top 5. So, you know what I'm saying, Timmy could have easily been the best player on the court. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just not a fan of the Kings. You know what I'm saying? Respect to them, lighting the beam and shit like that. But I don't see them being the team that's about to take this next step and being in the Western Conference Finals. I feel like there's a lot of teams in front of them that, especially with the way Minnesota's playing right now. It's a lot of NBA players. I watch a lot of NBA podcasts and things of that nature. JJ Redick, Paul George, Trevor Ariza, things like not Trevor Ariza. I saw Trevor Ariza when he was on Club Shay Shay. And, you know, a lot of them are saying, man, AE is the best player in the league right now. And it's really hard to debate that. When you talk about a two-way player who can go get a bucket anytime and it matches the attitude, man, AE has to be up there. When you talk about Luka, when you talk about Jason Tatum, you talk about Giannis, man, AE is an emerging superstar, man. He's an emerging superstar, and I'm proud that he's from Atlanta, Georgia. I hope he comes back home. No nigga wants to be in Minnesota, but hey, man, when you stay where you winning at, bro. And so you are doing your thing right now, man. So I'm excited to see what's becoming of this upcoming NBA season, man. We just getting started in this podcast, man. Like I say, it's my 12th episode, man, and I appreciate all my listeners, bro. These hours go by quick with y'all, bro. I get to talking, I just get to rolling, I get high and shit like that, and then it's like we done. Like it's shit wild as fuck, man. But we got the Bucks this weekend. If the Falcons win that, man, that's a 3-game winning streak. And then we really in business. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to the Drip. Shout out to Slapwoods, man. Big shit coming with them. We got a couple special guests to close out the season, close out the NFL season, man, so stay tuned for that. It's just I love doing these episodes by myself, man, because y'all know these are my favorite ones, man, the ones I get to smoke with y'all, have a good time. Ain't nobody complaining about my Black and Miles and this and that. I don't want to hear all that lip, man. I just want to have a good time with my people, man. So tune in next week for another episode of Next2Ball podcast. And DJ, spin that shit, baby.